Hey there everybody, thanks for joining me for another one-man review. Today I'll be taking a look at Dash Shaw's A Cosplayer Christmas from Fantagraphics. This is a additional little book to Dash Shaw's Cosplayers graphic novel. And as a big fan of Dash Shaw, I had to grab this because I like all of his work. I enjoy all of the formal tricks he plays. Cosplayers is great graphic novel, so very happy to see like this little addendum book to that little world that he built. Obviously, this is a Christmas episode, so you're basically looking at two characters trying to find the perfect gift for each other, two cosplayers. One of them is setting out to make the Holy Grail. So Annie is in her quest for the Holy Grail. She wants to make this for her friend who is doing a Indiana Jones cosplayer, and so has to go out and basically find and make her own, which is a fun little story. I really enjoy the conversation going on across these two pages here. Annie is at a thrift shop looking for something to make the grail with, and she's telling the gal who works there that she does cosplay and wants to do it in real life. And then the store worker at the store starts asking her, furries are weird, right? Like a strange combination of childish stuff and sex. And he says, I don't think so. Think about the Playboy bunny or girls with cat ears. It seems pretty normal to me. And then you get this awkward pause. Oh, sorry, did I just say something like furry phobic? Am I being furriest? Is that a word? And then she says, the word's just ignorant. I'm gonna go to a real thrift store. I'm sorry, please don't write that on Yelp. I love furries. Actually, I am a furry. So it's just a fun little piece of dialogue there. I do think those two communities have an awkward crossover, I'm sure, for some of the people in the cosplay community. So mission complete, handmade, grail made and delivered to a friend, and the friend goes, that's cool, I guess, thanks, and that's the end of the story. So like this little heartbreaking moment where Annie's gone out of her way to make this, but then that sets up the kind of formal trick that Dash is playing in this with how he's structured his story, is that you're left here thinking, oh, what a heartbreaking moment, and then you flip the page and you just get some pinups and you kind of think the book is over and that's what it's going to be. And then you get a second story in here called Verity in a last minute holiday shopping, and you see the other side of that reaction, which is not that she doesn't appreciate the gift, but that she's realizing that Verity's realizing that she didn't get anything for Christmas, and so she has to now go find something for Annie. And so I really like that narrative little trick, you know, where you're like, man, what a heartbreaking little scene, what a jerk, and then you realize the other aspect of it. So she goes out to make a present, and she winds up with a really awesome like wizarding stick here. So pretty short, pretty fun, pretty simple story. Not as much of the wild like production tricks as I'm used to from Dash Shaw, but you do get a lot of moments like this where you do have like a zoom in of some Ben-Day dots. You know, there are these cool little production tricks going on in the pinups and things like that, the collage elements and stuff. So a pretty cool little addition. I wouldn't say it's the most must-have Dash Shaw book, but it is a good addition to your cosplayer graphic novel that rounds the characters out a little bit more. Plaza by Yokoyama Yuichi. This is translated by Ryan Holmberg and is very large for a manga, so that's a really cool feature of this book, this standard manga size. And this is just a 200 some odd page representation of what Yokoyama Yuichi thinks of the Carnival parade, and he's just made this like relentlessly loud and rhythmic book that pushes all kinds of amazing boundaries of what comics and manga are, and we could not recommend this book more.